Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Judge Christy Ruppe, and you are all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charge against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you stand here before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will stay with you through each stage of these proceedings, up until changed by you if you plea out to your case or the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit, and I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you will be hiring a private attorney. If you cannot afford to hire a private attorney, then we can appoint the public defender to represent you. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. Please don't say anything about the facts of your case today. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be used against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, please raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony before the court this morning will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. The first case is Tara Bean. Good morning, Miss Bean.
Good morning.
Can you give me your date of birth, please?
12987.
Okay, you are here today for a violation of probation. Looks like a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on October 4th. So there is probable cause for your arrest. He wants no bond on that right now until you report in front of him. So we're going to keep that at no bond. Do you want the public defender on this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll appoint the public defender to represent you, okay? And we'll see you back to court on November 14th at 9 a.m., okay?
Thank you.
All right. Brandy Bound. Good morning, Ms. Bound.
Good morning.
You have a case, it looks like, in Ohio. And it looks like they might want to extradite you for that. Right now, the bond on that is no bond. My question for you is, you can have two choices. You can schedule an extradition hearing. The hearing will take place in about 60 days, and we will hold you in custody for that amount of time until we set a hearing. And then the state of Ohio would just have to show that they have a correct warrant for you and that you are the right person that they want. Or you can waive your right to that hearing, and you can give Ohio 15 days to decide if they want to come get you. What would you like to do?
I'll waive my right and go ahead and sign.
All right. Go ahead and sign that piece of paper. We'll put them on the clock starting today, okay?
Thank you.
Veronica Munford. Hi, Ms. Munford. Can I have your date of birth, please?
Yes, 22688.
All right. You were here this morning for a violation of probation. Looks like a warrant signed by Judge Toner on August 22nd of this year. He wants no bond for that. We're going to keep that at no bond right now. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes. How do I go about, can I hire a personal attorney, or do I go about this to public defender right now?
That's up to you. That's what I'm asking you. If you cannot afford a private attorney, I will appoint the public defender to represent you right now.
I can, have a private attorney.
Okay.
If, I'm sorry. How do I go about, if that doesn't, occur, how does I go about changing it, or should I just go ahead and just...
That's completely up to you. I'm not going to advise you on what to do with an attorney. If you cannot afford a private attorney, then I can appoint one. But you're telling me that you might be able to afford a private attorney, so I'm going to give you the opportunity to do that. If something happens and you no longer are able to afford a private attorney, then you can do an application to get the public defender's office to represent you, okay?
Okay, in case that happens, I'm sorry. I'm going to appoint the public defender, so...
Okay. All right, so we'll appoint the public defender for today's purposes. And then we will set your court date on November 14th at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay.
That's no bond.
Was that Judge North?
Yes. Is that the right date?
Bradford, is that what you said?
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Victoria Bradford, that was the Tom case?
Yes.
Should we set that on 24?
I'm not sure.
All right, Ms. Munsford, we're changing your court date. November 14th is not the right date. We're going to set that for November 24th.
Okay.
Okay, Sarah Rodriguez? Good morning, Ms. Rodriguez. What's your date of birth? Can you hear me?
Pardon me, Your Honor.
Late.
I didn't notice
Okay.
that was one of the interpreter cases.
Okay.
But, señorita Rodríguez, ¿cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
Enero 25 de 1986.
January 25th, 1986.
Okay. All right, Ms. Rodriguez, you are here for a charge of criminal use of personal identification.
Señorita Rodríguez, usted está aquí por uso ilícito de identificación personal
And trafficking in counterfeit credit cards.
y por tráfico de tarjetas de crédito.
There is probable cause for both of those.
Hay motivo fundado para ambos de esas acusaciones.
Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
¿Quiere que le nombre y le asigne un defensor público para que le represente?
Okay, we'll go ahead and appoint the public defender.
Bien, le nombramos un defensor público.
We're going to keep the bond at $10,000 on each case.
La fianza se permanece en $10,000 por cada caso.
And we will see you back to court on November 14th. Is that when all of our other cases have been set
You
for?
gonna be here?
Okay, November 14th at 9 a.m.
Y la volveremos a ver de regreso ante el tribunal el 14 de noviembre a las 9 de la mañana junto con los otros casos que tiene.
¿Puedo hacer una pregunta?
Could I ask something? Sí.
Yo nombré desde mi primera aparición en corte.
Your Honor, I can't hear her very well. Could I ask her to speak
Step
louder?
up to the microphone.
Señorita, por favor, acérquese al micrófono y hable más alto, que no la entiendo.
Desde mi primera aparición en corte yo nombré un defensor público y todavía no he tenido la oportunidad de entrevistarme con él. So, yo quisiera saber si yo puedo pedir una reducción de mi fianza.
Since the first time that I appeared here in first appearance, I was assigned a public defender, but I still haven't met with one. Because of that, I'm asking if I could ask on a reduction of my bond.
Okay. Any idea from the public defender's office when she would be able to see a public defender?
We generally have
How
somebody
long?
have to see them within 3 days.
Okay, well, she's now been in custody. This will be the 5th day.
Is it? I'll
Without
make sure
seeing someone,
I'll
so-
make sure that we look at that, and
Okay.
I'll send Mr. Kane, our jail interviewer, I'll send him an email right now.
Okay. We're going to get someone from the public defender's office out there to see you as soon as possible. With regard to a bond reduction, we're not going to do that today. Usually those are set for a hearing, and I am not going to be the judge on your case. It's going to be Judge Toner, I believe, and your public defender can file a motion in front of Judge Toner if they feel like your bond should be reduced, okay?
Okay. Vamos a hacer los trámites para que un defensor público vaya a visitarla lo más pronto posible. Acerca de su reducción de fianza, no le voy a reducir la fianza hoy. Eso es algo que tiene que tratar frente al juez Toner. Así que cuando hable con su defensor público, pídale a su abogado, defensor público, que él haga un pedimento, una moción frente al juez para reducir su fianza.
Ok, muchas gracias, señora.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, the holdup may be the language barrier. That may be why they're a little open on that.
puede que la demora sea por el idioma, que no han conseguido una persona que habla español con el abogado.
You guys have the ability to go out there with an interpreter, correct?
Yes.
And you're going to do that as soon as possible, correct?
I'm sending an email to Mr. Kane right now.
Thank you.
Pero van a mandar a correos electrónicos ahora mismo para que hagan arreglos para que vaya el abogado a la cárcel con un intérprete para comunicarse con usted.
Ok, señor, se lo voy a agradecer porque hace 6 días ya estoy en custodia.
Okay, I would be most grateful because I've been under custody for 6 days now.
Okay. We'll do what we can, okay?
Vamos a hacer lo más posible que podamos.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Next case, Lena Walker.
Judge, what did we do with the bonds on Miss Rodriguez?
We kept them at 10,000 each. Hi, Miss Walker. What's your date of birth?
1/20/1961.
Okay, Miss Walker, you were here this morning for 2 counts of possession of controlled substance and 1 count of possession of paraphernalia. I did find probable cause for all 3 of those. Do you want to hire a private attorney or do you want the public defender's office?
I thought we were going to, I didn't know, no, the bottle.
Don't say anything about the facts of your case, ma'am, okay?
I'm guilty of the other one.
Okay. State, does she have a prior record?
She just has 1 prior possession of a controlled substance, Your Honor, from 2009.
Okay. Ms. Walker, I have an address for you on Sheetland Lane in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Shetland, yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
3 years right now, yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have a job?
Right now I'm fixing to go into chemo.
What was that?
I'm going on the chemo pretty soon. I can't work
Okay.
right now.
I gotcha.
My fiance's in the hospital right now with an enlarged heart. I was at the hospital 18 hours.
Okay.
I don't know where the drug came from.
Okay. You don't have to say anything about the facts of your case, okay?
Okay.
Possession of a controlled substance, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000 on each one of those. And then for the possession of paraphernalia, I'll set it at $500.
Thank
And
you.
we're going to see you back to court on these cases on November 14th at 9 a.m. And I've appointed the public defender, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Pardon Suevas? Padron, sorry. Padron Suevas?
Yes. Correct.
I'm probably saying the last name wrong too. Mr. Suevas, what's your date of birth?
Señor Cuevas, ¿cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
Febrero 10, 1984.
Gracias, going to repeat it. Un poco más alto, por favor, que no lo escucho.
Febrero 10, 1984.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I think he said January 10th of 89.
Ask him if it's February 10th, 84.
¿Será su cumpleaños en febrero 10 del 84?
Correcto.
Correct.
Okay. You were here this morning for 1 count of criminal use of personal identification
Usted está aquí esta mañana por un cargo de uso ilícito de identificación personal
and 1 count of trafficking and counterfeit credit cards.
y un cargo de tráfico y falsificación de tarjetas de crédito.
There is probable cause for both of those charges.
Hay motivos suficientes para ambos cargos.
Do you want the public defender to represent you on these?
¿Quiere un defensor público que lo represente en estos cargos?
No, gracias.
Perdón, ¿qué dijo?
No.
I guess that's enough,
Okay.
Your Honor.
I'll keep the bond the same on each case
La fianza permanece igual en ambos casos,
for $10,000 each.
$10,000 cada una,
And we'll see you back to court November 14th at 9 a.m.
y lo veremos de regreso ante el tribunal el 14 de noviembre a las 9 de la mañana.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Sean Howell. Morning, Mr. Howell. What's your date of birth?
February 5th, 1983.
You were here this morning for a grand theft auto. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State to see your prior record.
Battery from 2009, false imprisonment from 2009, petty theft from 2012, possession of controlled substance times 2 in 2013, paraphernalia in 2013, another controlled substance, 2 other controlled substances, and a marijuana and a paraphernalia, and a carrying a concealed weapon, all from 2013.
Okay. Mr. Howell, you have a bunch of charges from this month, right? That you've been arrested for recently in the past few weeks?
Yes.
Okay. And you haven't bonded out from those?
My bond was just revoked.
Okay. All right. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000 on this case. We'll see you back to court November 14th at 9 a.m., okay?
Is the public defender appointed?
Yes.
Yes.
Matthew Fielding. Good morning, Mr. Fielding. What's your date of birth?
5/23/86.
Okay. You were here this morning for a possession of controlled substance and a driving on suspended driver's license.
Yeah.
I found probable cause for a misdemeanor driving on suspended driver's license and a misdemeanor possession of paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender to represent you? Do you want to hire somebody? Or are you going to represent yourself?
Public defender.
Appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State to see the prior record.
Looks like he's got a DUI from 2008 and a possession of oxycodone from 2005, paraphernalia from 2005, and that's all I see, Judge.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000 each. We're going to see you back to court on November 14th at 9 a.m., okay?
All right.
Jacob Lichter. Mr. Lichter, what's your date of birth?
6/9/91.
You were here this morning for a felony domestic battery by strangulation. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Going to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State to see the prior record.
He does, Judge, from out of state. He's got criminal damage to property, theft, and battery from back in 2009 to 2011. And then he's also got a misdemeanor bail jumping from out of state and a disorderly conduct. Nothing in Florida.
I have an address for you on Thaxton Street in Wekiwachi. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
2 months now.
Where'd you live before that?
Racine, Wisconsin.
Okay. Do you have a job down here?
I did. I do at the docks down there.
Okay. The address on Thaxton, is that where Jennifer Morano lives?
Yes.
Do you have someplace else you can go?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to order, as a condition of bond, that you have no contact with Jennifer Morano. Do not write her, do not call her, do not email her. Any way that you can imagine having contact with her, I forbid you to do so. If you do have contact with Ms. Morano while your case is pending, you'll be charged with another crime, and you will be held without bond until you resolve all your cases. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Ms. Morano wants to file an injunction against you. I'm going to set your bond amount at $5,000, and we're going to see you back to court on November 14th at 9 a.m.
It's almost 9 o'clock.
Lawrence Perino.
I want to get chestnuts when I'm late for court.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Mr. Perino. What's your date of birth?
7/23/64.
All right.
The ship's sinking 5
Is New York. All right. So you have a outstanding warrant out of New York. The bond on that is 0. We're going to keep that at 0. You have 2 options at this time. You can set an extradition hearing, which we can have in about 60 days, where New York would have the opportunity to present evidence that they have a correct warrant for your arrest, and that you are the right person who is the subject of that warrant. Or you can waive that hearing, and we can give New York 15 days and put them on the clock right now in order to decide whether they want to come get you. What would you like to
What
do?
happens if, ma'am, what happens after the 15 days?
If they don't come get you, we'll release you. If they decide they're not going to come get you, then we need to release you.
All right. I accept that.
Isn't that nice?
Did I make you an offer you can't refuse?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Tommy Rogers?
Oh, it's a normal sort of thing.
Mr. Rogers, what's your date of birth?
2/16/78.
You are here this morning for a failure to appear in front of me back on October 4th for disorderly conduct. Is there an offer for him to resolve his case today?
For the disorderly conduct, it
Yes,
looks
ma'am.
like it's a 6-day turning to county jail with credit time served offer.
Okay.
But now we've got obviously the new Lilith, so I don't know if that changes things.
I don't have that in front of me.
I have a PC affidavit for driving on a suspended license as well for Mr. Rogers.
Okay.
That's pretty funny.
I don't.
Would you like to see my
So,
copy of it?
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, approach.
Yep.
I don't think. The one that started at 9 is 2.
I do have it. It just wasn't attached to the thing. Okay.
He does, Your Honor, just for purposes of the record, have a driving on a suspended license from 2015 that looks like it was a felony disposition.
I have his driving record. He's got 2 habitual traffic offender 5-year suspensions, one in 2003 and one in 2006 that he's just never cleared up. And failure to pay traffic fines in Hernando, Pasco, failure to pay court fines, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 prior driving on suspended driver's licenses. Okay.
So,
All right, Mr. Rogers, do you want to take care of your case today? If you want to take care of your case today, I'll sentence you to 180 days Hernando County Jail. I do
No,
that?
ma'am.
No? Okay. All right, for the disorderly conduct for the FTA, we're going to keep that bond at $2,000. Well, actually,
Your Honor, have we asked if that bond?
No, ma'am, say
I
something.
understand. I'm sorry, hold on 1 second.
Thank you.
You have a pending charge in front of me that you failed to appear on October 4th. We're going to revoke the bond on that case. You're going to have no bond on that case. We're going to see you back to court on November 8th at 9 a.m. Do you want the public defender representing you on that case?
Ma'am, may I say something?
Sure.
I couldn't get my mail for my notice to appear because my place was flooded.
Okay.
We didn't get mail for a month.
Yeah,
I
okay.
got no idea about to appear.
Did you think that you just never would have to come to court again?
No, ma'am.
You knew you had a pending case because you've appeared in front of me before, right?
Yes, ma'am. But
Okay.
I had no
Did
idea.
you call the clerk's office and find out when the court date was?
No, ma'am. I had
Okay.
no idea. But
We're going to revoke your bond on that case. We're going to hold you without bond. We're going to see you back on November 8th. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. For this driving on suspended charge, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000. We're going to see you back to court on November 14th at 9 a.m., and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
It doesn't matter. It's in
Michael Almy, Mr. Almy, what's your date of birth?
5/15/83.
Okay.
RC. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
Mr. Almy, you were here this morning charged with DUI. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Appoint the public defender's office. State to see the prior record.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Almy, I have an address for you on Hale Ave in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
A year.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a mill operator for a steel company.
Okay. I'll go ahead and set your bond at $250, and we'll see you back to court on November 15th at 9 a.m. Eric Tolley. Good morning, Mr. Tolley. What's your date of birth?
12/13/1980.
Mr. Tolley, you have an outstanding warrant out of Pasco County. It looks like the bond on that is $513. You can either bond out for that here and then go find out from Pasco County what you need to do to get your case set and taken care of over there. Or if you're unable to bond out for the $513, Pasco County will come get you within 5 days, okay?
Is there any way to lower the bond a bit?
No, I don't have jurisdiction to do that. It's a Pasco County warrant. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Scott Pearson. Good morning, Mr. Pearson. What's your date of birth?
5/20/62.
Mr. Pearson, you were here this morning for tampering with a witness in violation of the pretrial release conditions. I did find probable cause for those. Did you want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Mr. Pearson, I find that we went through this before on case number 2017 CF1772. In that case, you were charged with a second or subsequent battery. That case is still pending while you committed all these charges. As a result, in 2017 CF1772, I'm going to revoke your bond on that case, so you'll be held without bond. On these new cases, the tampering and the violation of pretrial release, I'm going to set there's 14 counts altogether. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 each. I'm going to order once again that you have no contact with Robin 4. We're going to see you back to court on November 14th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Did we get everyone at the jail?
I have no, Shannon Trivet.
Do you have any documents for her, Madam Clerk?
She's an FTA out of Judge Merritt's courtroom, Your Honor, for failure to appear prior to a jury trial.
Do you have a PC for her, for a warrant or anything?
I have the arrest affidavit.
That'd be great.
What date was this?
Pearson, November 14th.
Okay, Ms. Trivet, it looks like you have a failure to appear in front of Judge Merritt's courtroom. He wants no bond on that right now. We're going to keep that at no bond. Do we have a Judge Merritt court date?
Yes, Your Honor. Can we put her on November 2nd, please?
We're going to get you back in front of Judge Merritt on November 2nd at 9 a.m., okay? Do you want the public defender's office to represent you in that case?
I already am.
Okay. We'll appoint the public defender's office.